Hello there, you guys. What's going on? Welcome to my channel. These are going to be messages for the new moon in Leo, July 24, 2025. Please remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. Here we go. Some of you prepare for harvesting. Okay. Seek for help, for guidance. Okay. If you are feeling confused, some of you need some kind of information, some of you need guidance, some of you need to talk to someone that you can trust. Okay. Some of you are, some of you need to have a conversation. Blessings are coming, blessings of prosperity, blessings of resources. A blessing can be also clarity about people, situations, anything that might be draining your energy, anything that might be creating confusion. Sometimes, and a lot of times, the blessing does not show up as we expect. Let's just be honest. We as human beings, we get very lost in the illusion that we can control and manipulate outcomes and people and situations, right? And so a lot of times a blessing shows up in the form of a revelation. Someone doing something that just make you say, I no, like I'm done, I'm over it. A blessing can be you just purging and releasing and going through it really hard, because what happens after you go through the purging, then you get the release and clarity can be found. Because if we are like intellectualizing life, if we're intellectualizing difficult emotions, if we are intellectualizing spirituality, yes, I'm gonna say that, believe it or not, if we are just talking about spirituality, escaping through social media, and not taking responsibility, accountability for our lives, our decisions, if we're not becoming the change, if we're not learning new skills, if we're not reading, seeking progress, and we are just waiting, right? That's a way of intellectualizing life and spirituality, because then you're talking about it and you're talking yourself into your comfort zone, and there's a lot of that happening. And so a blessing can be a freaking tower that just comes and changes everything for you. Because then what happens, I'm seeing a volcano, Mars energy, right? Mars energy comes, here comes divine intervention, and it's gonna get you into moving into seeking for guidance, for help, solutions, and get you relocating, you know. Yeah, so we have 6 6. So spirit is saying, blessings are coming, progress for some of you, yes, is being made. Some of you have been trying to manifest a relocation, movement forward, reuniting with someone, coming together in partnership. This can be about business, this can be about a helping hand, reconciliations within the family, right? Getting support. Okay, what else for this new moon? Yes, once again, don't intellectualize life, don't intellectualize emotions. There's a need to feel, to navigate, okay, life challenges. It's time to show up, continue with the efforts. What else for this new moon? The new moon is bringing expansion, growth, accountability, responsibility. This new moon is encouraging you into standing in your truth and the authenticity, in your own authenticity, into feeling worthy and feeling entitled to live your life at your own terms. Obviously, we're talking about, evolving, of course, right? We're talking about, all right, well, this is the life I desire. I feel good about it. I am honoring my ancestors. I'm honoring the truth of what I'm here to do. I have been taking accountability. I am doing the work. You know what I mean? So this new moon brings a sense of completion for many people who have been trying to close a cycle of confusion, feeling lost, discomfort, and maybe lots of clashing within connections or family. I'm hearing a sense of honorability, and like I feel that many of you have stepped outside your comfort zone, and you have been like showing up in your authenticity, and people are like noticing that you're just on your own thing, that you're doing your thing, that you just you're following your life, your authenticity. And so respect is gained, believe it or not. Okay, when you stand in your truth, and when obviously what you're doing is you become a better person, because people notice, you know what I mean, changes, positive changes, of course. Yeah, here we have the 10 of hearts, with endings and beginnings, moving forward, finding new opportunities, reconnecting, rekindle relationships, um, progress made in connections and friendships. There's possibility for union here. Union, this can be masculine, feminine. For some of you, there's a possibility here for a new relationship, or a relationship transitioning into something deeper. Okay, take what resonate, leave the rest. Being encouraged to communicate, to put down the burdens. They're saying just put down the burdens, accept change, and move on. For some of you who have been, they're showing me like a, sorry, just got itchy here. Like a cat, when you're like trying to like take the cat somewhere near water, and the cat is like, no, oh hell no. So they're speaking about resistance, and struggling with letting go of a past hurt, past relationship. They're saying, it's time. Like the contract is over, and it's time to move on. It's time to move forward. It's time to go. We have number 9. Yeah. So this one is about the power of your authenticity. This one is about closing cycles, feeling abundance, and feeling prosperity coming from within. For some of you who have been changing your diet, exercising, and putting the efforts to manifest health is coming in. We have prosperity begins, and then ancestral heritage, money, resources, okay, that are going to be passed to you. For some of you who made the choice to walk away from an unhealthy relationship or an unhealthy job situation, there are resources and money coming in. Okay, that's what happens when we choose to surrender, unhealthy relationships, unhealthy jobs, things that are not in alignment with us. Change happens when you say yes to yourself, just to jumping into unknown, just to healing. The earth recognizes you. It's incredible. The earth recognizes you. And the universe will always be throwing you situations, yeah, and a lot of times are situations that are conflicting, and that create a lot of distress. But these situations are meant to take you away from what is no longer teaching you anything, and is meant to take you to the continuation of your soul growth and expansion. And so we're not just here to go through the part where we're just in this struggle and the survival. No, you know what I mean? We are meant to also experience the other side, the abundance, the prosperity, the fulfilling relationships, positive friendship, doing the things that we love. So this is about honoring our cycles and our spiritual contracts. Spirit wants to talk about cleansing and clearing your space, okay? Clearing and cleansing your house, your space, burning things that you have been holding on from past relationships. For some of you, this is about taking spiritual baths and keeping up with your rituals and practices, clearing and cleansing, your energy, your aura, purification, working with the elements. And so this new moon is asking you to get into, your rituals. Watch out for threats, you see. And I feel that this is because, when we decide to change, we trigger people. We trigger people insecurities. Every time you're choosing to be a better person, you trigger people insecurities. Every time you choose yourself, you're gonna be triggering people insecurities. If you're becoming more free, more abundant, more confident, you are gonna trigger people insecurities. And so guess what? That's all energy, right? And so here we are having to deal with jealousy, envy, nightmares and projections and all kind of shit. And so you're being asked to get into protection. Some of you can get some amulets, take what resonates, leave the rest. Anything else for this new moon? I keep hearing the power of authenticity, and it's time to choose differently. It's time to break free. You cannot be living your life waiting for people to approve you. You know what I mean? Not even our families. You have to stay tall in your convictions and stay true to your spiritual contracts. Okay? Perfect. This is about being independent, being confident, standing your ground, following your true north. You know what I mean? Claiming your independence, a healthy sense of independence. This is about feeling worthy of receiving and experiencing a new life. Okay, cool. Now I want to expand this into checking in with the divine feminine to see what else needs healing, understanding, love, support. Okay, so messages for this new moon, the sign of Leo. So we have peaceful. So we want to support our divine feminine with manifesting peace. Okay, so that's about harmony. And like I said, they're taking me back to clearing and cleansing your energy. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to the people you surround yourself with. Notice the changes, the shift on energy. We have alchemic with the turtle. Understanding the process of healing, right? Healing is never linear. Honoring the cycles of life, of creation, our life cycles, right? Turtles are a representation or symbolic of ancient wisdom, of progress, of slow and steady. Solitary. So Spirit is speaking about opening the heart and being okay with expressing how you feel and healing trust issues. Okay, then we have generous. That's so beautiful. So we have peaceful and generous, and we have alchemic and solitary. So I feel that the divine feminine is going through a period of transitioning, from feeling close and arm and going into pushing people away out of fear and distress and fear into an energy of I can trust to have the capacity to navigate situations. I can trust in my intuition, and I can trust that, I have the capacity to be a better person. This is also about your divine feminine recognizing the things, the situation, the people that make you feel peaceful, people who are supportive and generous and kind and compassionate, right? And then leaving behind people who were around you, with not very positive intentions. So, all right, you guys, is this it? Yeah, this is it. It feels good to me. I hope that you got some clarity, comfort, love. I hope that you enjoyed this new moon reading. May you be blessed on your journey. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Let me know if this resonated. I love you. I love you. Peace. I'm out.